With us is Benaiah Gorman with BMSS Wesson Wealth Solutions. And Benaiah, you shared with us in your article about navigating finances in family, that whether we're navigating finances with our kids, maybe it's our elderly parents or extended family, that really following biblical principles can be a game changer when it comes to a good outcome. Can you give some examples of how you've seen that?
Yeah, I think the way that you got to look at money is just a tool. And so it's a tool for every family, and it's something that every single family is going to deal with. And so it's not the question of if this comes up, but when it comes up within a family context. And you can kind of see people are just fascinated with the concept of money. Jesus had multiple parables talking about money. One of the most popular shows in recent history was Succession, talking about how money is played within a family unit and all the strife that comes within it. And you probably have had personal, well, I've had personal things come up with money as well. And so just knowing that it's a when, not an if, just searching into the gospel on what to do there is really going to be really beneficial regardless of your age and stage.
Absolutely. Are there certain scriptures that you look to as far as following those biblical principles?
So you can always look at Proverbs, and so I wouldn't say there's a particular scripture that I would go to personally when it comes, because there's just so many different situations. And so, but one of the stories that I always kind of go to is, you know, the parable of the silver talents, and how in the parable, silver talents were given to 3 people, and how you were charged with stewardship within those. And so that's kind of, if you wanted just a foundational one, just know that you are charged with stewardship with everything that you have. Now, how you apply is going to be very different in every situation, but the context is, you know, I don't know what to do here, so let me just take a step back, look at it as a stewardship perspective versus just a money perspective. And so I think a lot of times we default to finances when we need to be defaulting to the gospel on how that works.
Gotcha. Well, if we have individuals, you know, families are readers and followers, as far as if they're interested in learning more about how they can align that your finances is with their faith, that is something that you can help them with, correct?
Yeah, so what we do kind of at our firm is we talk about everything on a comprehensive, holistic financial planning viewpoint. And a lot of times, finances are going to come up in a financial planning meeting. That's kind of the whole point of it. And so guiding you through what are going to be some of the best tax ways to do it, but not letting tax drive your decisions there is going to be a big thing. On maybe you want to give money to a child, or you want to give money to another family member, but talking through maybe that's not the best option. So I had a conversation with a client a few months ago of they had some stock that they're a very wealthy individual, and they want to take care of some giving using tax efficient methods. But I just asked them the question, well, do you think giving your son this money would be beneficial to him at this point? And he goes, no. And I go, well, maybe we shouldn't give it. I know we're not utilizing the tax benefits in this year, but if you don't think your son can handle it right now, we should not be giving this money to this child. And so talking through those, but maybe, hey, maybe you can give them, you can say, hey, I'm donating to a charity. You choose a charity, and I'll match what I'm giving there. And so just bringing up those conversations. But again, that's just one small example of just a conversation I had with a client.
Absolutely. So in terms of getting in touch with you and individuals here at the firm, what's the best way to do that?
So you can always just call our number. It should be on the screen right there. So 205-982-5555. And then someone will get in contact with you. You can also just shoot me directly an email just to discuss it. And we always are happy just to have a first meeting just to kind of discuss whether we'd be a good fit on kind of our services and whether it should be a beneficial relationship for both parties.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for taking time to talk with us today.
Of course.